Let's get into the Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Edition. Let's do it. Hey, welcome back to my channel. And the movie I'm going to review today, or go over here, is Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition, not the theatrical version. Back in 2016 when this came out, I was excited for this film. I really loved Man of Steel. I liked Zack Snyder as a filmmaker. And when I saw it in the theaters, I liked the film, but I had a lot of problems with it, and more so to do with missing plot points or missing information with the story. The editing was so choppy in certain scenes, it was just like scenes were just missing, and this version fixes that because it puts 30 minutes of footage back into the film. Now, I haven't seen the theatrical version since I saw it in the theaters. This is the only version I've seen because when this came out, I bought the Ultimate Edition. That's the only one I watch. Because it's the more complete version. I guess the studio thought 3 hours and 2 minutes was too long for the film, and they cut a half hour out of it, but unfortunately they cut a lot of stuff that makes the plot make sense going forward instead of being so choppy. And this definitely rights a lot of those wrongs, this version, and it's definitely the ultimate version of this film. And I know this film was very divisive when it came out. It didn't get good reviews at all, but I always enjoyed it. And I still like it, and I love this version. As we know, Zack Snyder directed this film coming off of Man of Steel, which I love Man of Steel. And we have Ben Affleck as Batman. I like that choice. I like Ben Affleck in this film as the older, grizzled Batman. Henry Cavill was back as Clark Kent / Superman. Amy Adams was back as Lois Lane. Diane Lane was back as Martha Kent. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I don't hate Jesse Eisenberg in this film. I actually kind of like his version of Lex Luthor. Lawrence Fishburne is back as Perry White. We got Jeremy Irons as Alfred, which is inspired casting. He's fabulous, and Gal Gadot makes her appearance as Wonder Woman in this film, especially at the end when they fight Doomsday. Now, what this film does, this version of it, like I said, puts back information that was missing from the theatrical version. I guess the studio got worried. It was a 3 hour and 2 minute movie, and they cut a half hour out of it. Unfortunately, it made certain parts of the movie almost incomprehensible what the hell was going on, because there was key plot points missing to know why people were doing certain things. This fixes that, and it's definitely a better version of the film. Everybody's great here. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. He's not my favorite Batman, but I think he was really good in the role, and I wish he would have got a chance to do his own Batman film. I think that would have been really cool, especially his version of Batman. I would love to have seen that. Unfortunately, it's never going to happen. Henry Cavill, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I grew up with the Dick Donner Superman. I love Superman 1 and 2, the Donner cut. 3 and 4, terrible movies. But I love those Superman movies. I even don't mind Bryan Singer's Superman Returns, but I love the Man of Steel. And to me, that's been the best Superman film since the original Superman movie back in the 70s. So I was excited about this film. They were going to pit Superman against Batman. I don't read the comics, so I didn't know how this was going to go about. And I didn't mind it that Batman didn't like Superman because of the fact that if he turned bad at any moment, he can wipe everybody out on Earth. And after what Bruce Wayne witnessed in the beginning of the film, this version, and the theatrical version, of seeing his buildings get destroyed and people he knew get killed, that sent him on a mission to kill Superman. And I also like during the film, I'm not going to get it, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to recommend checking it out if you haven't seen this film, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But this is more about the test, just going over what I think about the Ultimate Edition. And when they fight, the fight's great, but I also like how they come together, and that warehouse scene where Batman shows up to save Martha Kent from the bad guys is a fantastic action sequence. I love that sequence. And even the last fight, I know the Doomsday stuff is kind of tacked on, but I don't mind that fight. Doomsday, it was, it was just, it was Lex Luthor's plan to create his beings, his backup plan. And it does feel a little tacked on, but I still enjoy that sequence. And I like how they show Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman teaming up to fight Doomsday. What would I rate this film? I would give the theatrical version, I would give a 7 out of 10. This version, I would give an 8.5 out of 10. I would give the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman. Have you seen the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, all that great stuff. And I hope you're all doing well out there. And I'll be back soon with another review. Thanks. Bye.